Hey guys, it's Jose. So I know I'm all about entrepreneurship and working for yourself, but I do not want to lead you guys down the wrong path and tell you to drop everything and leave your job from this day on. No. In this video, I want to go over some signs that could mean it might be time to quit your job, as well as some strategies that I implemented and you should too before you even consider quitting your job. We all know how big and famous entrepreneurs love talking about starting a company, making $5 to $10 million, and the life-threatening risks that come with being a successful entrepreneur. But that's not the whole story. Entrepreneurs do not like talking about what's behind the curtain, and one of these important ones is managing risk. This means being patient, working efficiently, and taking action on the right opportunities. I know we're all in different situations, but let me give you guys some examples from my experiences and some of the personal advantages that I had. First off, I am very young, and more likely than not, this correlates with having almost little to no liabilities. This is why it's always better to start something, particularly investing or starting a business, sooner rather than later. I knew that even if everything went wrong and I ended up going broke, I would still have my entire life ahead of me to earn more money and use my failures as learning opportunities. I've been working since I was a teenager, and my parents did a very great job of teaching me how to save and showing me the value of money from a very young age. I've always been pretty frugal, which is why I've done a great job of saving the money that I've earned. I also began investing that money so it can reap the benefits of early compound interest and allow that money to grow. Even though I still have not finished college, I've developed some good work experience over the past couple years. I always knew I could get another job if entrepreneurship did not end up working out for me. These are just some of my experiences that allowed me to work for myself and pursue that entrepreneurial route. I know that some of us might not be in the same positions that allow us to do certain things, which is why I'm sharing my journey with the best intentions to explain to you guys what I had to work with. But at the same time, the things that I learned, you guys can as well, such as being financially savvy, learning how to save, and knowing how to properly invest your money. It's never too late to start anything, and these are some skills that anyone can develop at any age. These are topics that I make videos about on this channel: personal finance, investing, entrepreneurship, and things of that nature. The great thing about the content on this channel is that it is absolutely free and you can benefit so much from it. And by the way, if you guys have any questions or just want to reach out, feel free to follow me and DM me on Instagram. I'll probably post that somewhere right here. Now, let's go into some red flags that could signal that it might be time to quit your job. The first one is called the relative privation fallacy. This is when you compare your job to the bare minimum needed to survive. Let me explain. If you ever think to yourself, I don't really like my job and I want to do something different with my life, but then you try to make yourself feel better by telling yourself that people would love to be in the position that you are in or have the job that you have. This mindset is a trap because it keeps you in an infinite loop of uncertainty and doubt. This is the epitome of the relative privation fallacy. According to Logically Fallacious, the relative privation fallacy, by definition, is when you make a scenario appear better or worse by comparing it to the best or worst case scenario. We've always been taught that you should be happy with what you have because others have it worse. This can be used for anything and everything, and personally, in my eyes, it is a very negative way to justify your career. You aren't comparing your career to another career. You're comparing your career to the worst case scenario or rock bottom. If you were given the choice today to pick your desired career or choose any job of your liking and wake up the next morning in that position, I can guarantee that almost everybody would change what they are currently doing. You need to think about what you really want to strive for and forget about any of the limitations. When you implement this way of thinking, you're basically telling yourself that you should feel happy and content because someone else out there has it worse, or you shouldn't feel happy for yourself because someone out there has it better. It's a very bad mindset to have. You're making yourself feel more entitled because someone else out there is having a worse life compared to what you're going through. I am aware that this is coming from a prerogative position, but I do believe that improving your situation is always possible. And I'm sure you believe this as well, which is why you're watching this video, because you want to improve some aspect of yourself. Why would you want to settle for average when you can strive to be exceptional? You only have a set amount of time on this earth, so use your energy, creativity, and any other gifts that you possess to create the life you've always envisioned for yourself. If you're at a car dealership and you're given the choice between an old beat-up Volkswagen and a brand new Ferrari, we're all probably going to pick the brand new Ferrari because it's just better. That isn't to be capitalistic or materialistic. It's just human nature to always want better things. The next red flag is if you begin to notice that your job or workplace is damaging your mental stability. It's one thing to be stressed over work, but it's another thing to carry these negative behaviors outside of the workplace and into your personal life. I started to notice that I would constantly be in a bad mood. I had little to no energy on my days off, and the slightest inconveniences infuriated me. If you feel the same way I did, it might be time to take a step back and consider if sacrificing your sanity is worth keeping your job. All of these negative behaviors spiraled. I would come home to find myself instantly going to sleep and neglecting all the schoolwork that I had to finish for that week. I've never been the type of student to just not care about my schoolwork. It's not a good habit to have, but after I started noticing that these negative behaviors were having an impact on my life outside of the office, I decided that things needed to change. Now, before you even think about quitting your job, listen to the steps that I took to ensure you put yourself in the best possible situation beforehand. And just because I quit doesn't necessarily mean that you should as well. You need to be reasonable with yourself and figure out if you want to quit your job just because you're bored and don't like it, or if you're striving towards something bigger and better. I've always had the entrepreneurial mindset. Over the years, I began to study more, work harder, and figure out creative ways to make more money. One of these creative businesses I had growing up was buying and reselling clothes on websites such as Depop, Grailed, and eBay. I've always been interested in fashion and I like dressing nice, so I thought to myself, why not figure out a way to make money from doing this? And doing this gave me the confidence to pursue other things, from creating websites, online stores, and other digital products. And I'm sharing this with you guys because I want to show you that I didn't quit my job just because I was bored. I quit my job because I wanted to achieve greater things, follow my dreams, and do more with my time. And you don't necessarily have to be following the entrepreneurship route. You can just be striving towards a better job. It's important to not run away from your job, but to look for the next step to advance forward. And quitting is sometimes just a part of that. Don't focus your time and energy to get away from the job that you hate. Instead, flip that energy into creating the career opportunity you want. The most important question you need to ask yourself before you quit your job is, am I financially fit to quit my job? And more times than not, this will be the deciding factor that will prevent most people from doing so. You need to create a safety cushion to be prepared for whatever the world may throw your way. It's smart to have, and it significantly helps manage risk, because finding success in business, investing, and in life is all about risk management. A good rule of thumb to have is to have around 1 year of annual expenses saved before quitting your job. If your monthly expenses are, say, $2,100, then you should have around $25,000 before proceeding. Keep in mind, this doesn't have to be in cash. You can have this in liquid assets such as mutual funds, a brokerage account, or even cryptocurrencies. This is going to be your safety net in case things ever go bad. You also need to adjust your lifestyle. Find ways to reduce expenses slowly, whether that's finding more affordable housing, a cheaper car, or even a less expensive gym membership. The more you can cut out or reduce, the more money you'll be able to save. Therefore, will make life after quitting your job just a little bit easier. This way, you can give yourself even more breathing room and extend your financial cushion out even longer than expected. There will always be things that come up unexpected. Talk to other people that are going through the same things you're going through and share ideas amongst yourselves. This way you can start to create some type of accountability group that will keep you motivated to reach where you ultimately want to be in life. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me over social media or even by email. I'll be posting both in the description down below. As always, I hope you gained some value out of today's video. Make sure to give this one a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Peace.